Okay, so I just had to move the camera to get a better angle here. So, so this is the medium soft sugar, and it will keep its kind of soft texture throughout the entire time. So that makes it just easier to roll on, roll off. You go through less. You'll go through less product by using a softer sugar on the bigger areas. And I will have to change out my sugar ball once I get too much hair kind of wrapped up into it and it stops losing its sticking power. Usually I can kind of tell by if it's picking up the hairs or not. And that's kind of how I know when to change the ball. So a common question I get about sugaring is if it hurts. And it's kind of a hard question to answer because everyone's sensations and pain tolerances are going to be different. And then every area of the body is different as well. And then depending on like who's sugaring you, it can have a different effect as well, depending on their experience, even the product that they're using, the method that they're using. I do find that the softer sugars are a little bit more painful. They're just a little bit more stickier, so you feel a little more of a pull with the softer sugars. Just in general. Gosh, there's just so many factors. It could even be like your hair length, your hair coarseness. And for women, sometimes it could depend on the time of the month, their sensitivity level. Prior to the menstrual cycle, it's usually when women are a little more tender and sensitive, just that PMS time. And so that's pretty common too, that it could hurt more when your hormones are different at different times of the month, and so that can cause a little bit more pain, or just discomfort or irritable sensations, I guess. So, but overall, I've been waxed. I've been waxed with lots of different types of soft wax, and soft wax does feel different. There's like certain soft wax that are stickier, that rip the skin more, and then there's other soft waxes now that have like just some different ingredients that kind of make it not quite as sticky and also hydrating sometimes. Like they can actually have like hydrating components to the soft waxes. So even with soft wax, it can vary on the pain. And there are some soft waxes that afterwards I just felt so like raw and sore and tender. And there was other soft waxes that almost felt like a hard wax. Like they were just a lot more gentler. So it's really hard to compare. Obviously I'm biased for sugar. That's kind of once I learned about sugaring and felt sugaring and got really good at sugaring, I just became a believer in it and switched from doing even Brazilians with the hard wax over to doing sugaring, and eventually started doing like full body with sugaring and got rid of the hard wax. So, and even the soft wax, because I was using soft wax on the larger areas and then just the hard wax on the more sensitive areas like underarms and face, brows. But once I learned sugaring and got the technique down, it does overall hurt less. I'll just, like, if I'm just going to summarize it, overall it just hurts less. And it's not necessarily, well, I guess the part that it hurts less during the service is like right when you pull the strip off of the sugar. It only hurts for a second, compared to wax usually kind of has a lingering few second pain. And with waxing, I always put my hand down afterwards to just calm the skin, and I would have to hold my hand down for a good like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 seconds. And then on the more sensitive areas, I might hold the skin for like 8 seconds just to help calm the customer not feel that much pain afterwards, after that rip. So with sugar though, you can put your hand down right afterwards because the skin's not sticky, which is awesome. But you don't have to hold the skin as long because it's just such a fast sensation. In fact, even on legs and arms, I don't even find that I hold the skin. Maybe around the ankles can be a little tender. So around the ankles, I might hold the skin, but, and like an underarm or a lip or something, but just like bigger areas, the sting is gone in a second compared to the waxing. So right here where it's getting like kind of all sticky and stuff, this would probably not happen with the hard wax, or the firm sugar. This is kind of a result of having a softer sugar, and so that's why I don't recommend people getting into the softer sugars until you kind of master the firmer sugars, because even me, it's getting melty and getting stuck. So when this happens, a lot of times I just let it sit on for a little bit, kind of cool down. If you kind of keep trying to go over the skin and remove it, it's just going to keep warming up your skin, warming up the sugar, and make it harder to remove. So now that it's been sitting for a little bit, just going to attempt again. That one didn't come off. Let's see. Let me try this one. So I'm just kind of doing like a light roll over it and just making sure I'm holding the skin really tight. And a lot of times it'll come off. And if it doesn't, you can always just wash it off with water or use a strip, and you could use a strip to just put over it and then rip the strip off. That one got stuck again, so I'm going to try a different angle to get it off. Getting stuck again. There we go. Okay, so got that off, and my sugar ball is pretty white. There's a lot of hair in it. My hair was pretty long, so I'm actually going to just start fresh with a new piece. And a lot of times when you get stuck like that, how I was getting stuck, that's a good sign that, it might be time to go ahead and switch your sugar too.